All right, so are you ready to dive into some serious wealth building strategies?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. So today we're cracking open Pillars of Wealth by David M. Greene.
This is a good one. I think our listeners are really going to dig this.
Yeah, I think so too. Greene really breaks down this clear path to financial freedom
And it's all about real estate, right?
yeah, real estate is a big focus,
Yeah.
which is interesting because I know a lot of you are interested in real estate.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, you don't need some kind of secret formula or, a Wall Street background or anything.
You don't need to be like a math whiz.
Exactly. Green lays it out in a way that anyone can understand and apply. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. One of the things that really struck me was his focus on cash flow. Like I've always thought about, net worth
Right.
is kind of the big measure of wealth, but Greene really got me thinking about cash flow differently.
It's such a key distinction, right? Like
Oh.
you could have a high net worth,
Right.
but if you're constantly struggling to make ends meet, are you really wealthy?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
He makes this great analogy about a sports car.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could have a super expensive car like a Ferrari or something representing your net worth.
Right.
But if you can't afford to put gas in it, you're not going anywhere.
It's like having all this potential, but no fuel to actually use it.
Exactly. And that fuel is cash flow.
Okay, so that makes total sense. And speaking of clarity, you know, Greene tackles some of those common money myths.
Oh, yeah. The ones we've all heard a million times.
Right, like money is the root of all evil, or money can't buy happiness.
You know, those limiting beliefs that can really hold us back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
And he really encourages a healthy mindset around money.
Which is so important.
Yeah, seeing it as a tool to achieve your goals, not the goal itself.
It's about what money can do for you and how it can help you live a life that's aligned with your values.
Right. It's not about just stacking cash. It's about using it to create the life you want.
Exactly. That's the real wealth.
Okay, so now that we've laid the groundwork, let's get into the heart of Greene's framework.
The 3 pillars.
Yes, the 3 pillars of wealth, defense, offense, and investing.
It's like building a financial fortress.
Mm-hmm.
You need strong defenses, a powerful offense, and a smart investment strategy.
Okay, so let's start with defense.
This is all about protecting your income.
Right. And Greene has some really practical saving tips. I mean, seriously practical.
Oh, yeah. He's all about action.
Yeah, and I think this will especially resonate with you given your interest in mention any relevant interest or context from the listener if available.
For sure.
One of his big ideas is focusing on big expenses instead of sweating the small stuff.
Oh, yeah. He tells this funny story about when he was a new real estate agent.
What's the story?
He was super frugal, like eating ramen noodles and packing his lunch every day.
Oh, wow. Dedicated.
Yeah, but then he'd go out and buy a brand new car that he couldn't really afford.
Oh, no. Classic mistake.
Right. It's like being penny wise and pound foolish.
Yeah, I've totally been there. You focus on saving a few bucks here and there, but then you make this huge purchase that blows your budget.
Exactly. Greene's point is that it's more about being strategic with those bigger financial decisions.
Right. Those are the ones that really move the needle.
Yeah, like finding a more affordable place to live or negotiating a lower car payment. Those are the things that will make a significant difference.
So it's about understanding where your money is really going and making conscious choices.
Exactly. And another trap he talks about is lifestyle creep.
Oh, yeah, that's a sneaky one.
It's when you get a raise or a bonus, and suddenly your spending expands to match your new income.
It's like your lifestyle is on this treadmill, always trying to keep up.
Yeah, and it can be tough to break free from that cycle.
Greene suggests saving a big chunk of any raise or bonus before you even have a chance to spend it.
He calls it paying yourself first.
Yeah, I love that idea. And
Right.
he actually managed to save $100,000 before he even graduated college.
Yeah, by living frugally and setting up these saving challenges for himself.
Wow, that's incredible.
This shows you what's possible with discipline and a little creativity.
Yeah, and of course we can't forget about the power of compound interest.
Oh yeah, that's the magic ingredient.
It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering more and more snow as it goes.
The earlier you start saving and investing, the more time that snowball has to grow.
Right, it's all about playing the long game.
Exactly. And that's the essence of defense, protecting your income and setting yourself up for financial security.
Okay, so we've talked about defense protecting our hard-earned income.
Right.
But to really build wealth, we need to move on to offense.
That's where we actively boost our earning potential.
Exactly. It's about going on the offensive and pursuing opportunities to increase our income.
And Greene has some really insightful advice on how to do that.
Yeah, he talks about constantly seeking feedback, honing our skills, and taking initiative to become more valuable in our careers.
He even compares the mindsets of wealthy individuals and average earners.
Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about that.
He's observed that wealthy people tend to be opportunity-focused, always looking for ways to grow and expand their wealth.
So it's about having that growth mindset.
Exactly. While average earners might rely more on past accomplishments and get comfortable in their current position.
So it's about staying hungry and constantly seeking out challenges and new ways to learn and improve.
Exactly. And Greene believes that the more valuable your skills and knowledge become, the more you can command in the marketplace.
That makes total sense.
And here's something I found really interesting. He acknowledges that finding a job that truly fulfills you can be rare.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, most people find their sense of purpose outside of work, right?
Right. So what do we do if we're not head over heels in love with our jobs?
That's the question.
He believes you can still find fulfillment in your work by focusing on mastery and developing transferable skills.
So even if your current job isn't your dream gig, you can still use it as an opportunity to learn and grow.
Exactly. And acquire valuable skills that you can apply elsewhere.
It's about finding ways to engage with your work on a deeper level, even if it's not your ultimate passion.
Exactly. And when it comes to choosing a career path, Greene suggests considering sales roles for their high earning potential.
Oh, yeah. Sales can definitely be lucrative.
Of course, there's a trade-off. Sales often come with less stability compared to, say, operations roles.
Yes. Higher risk, higher reward.
Exactly. He also emphasizes the importance of developing leadership qualities even if you're not in a management position right now.
So it's about building those skills for the future.
Right. Cultivating leadership skills prepares you for potential transitions to entrepreneurship or taking on more responsibility within your organization.
And let's be real, we could all use a little boost in the productivity department sometime.
Oh, for sure. Does he offer any tips for that?
He does. He shares some of his little hacks for maximizing output.
Like what?
Things like planning your day in advance, starting with exercise, using visualization techniques, and tracking your progress.
Those are all great strategies.
Okay, so we've covered defense, protecting our income, and offense, boosting our earning power.
Right.
But now comes the really exciting part, investing.
This is where we put our money to work for us.
Exactly. And as you might have guessed, Greene is a huge advocate for real estate.
Real estate is his jam.
I'm intrigued. Why does he focus so much on real estate? What makes it so special for building wealth?
Well, for starters, real estate is tangible. You're investing in something real. You can see it, touch it.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like some abstract investment.
Right. And it has the potential to generate passive income, appreciate in value over time.
Okay, I like where this is going.
There could even be some tax benefits.
Nice. But real estate has always seemed so intimidating to me. Like, where do you even begin?
Greene breaks it down into 5 essential ingredients for success: capital knowledge, results, time, and leverage.
5 ingredients. Okay, I can handle that. So capital, I'm guessing that means having enough money for a down payment, closing costs, all that.
You got it. Capital is your starting point.
Yeah.
You need it for the down payment renovations. Unexpected expenses that always seem to pop up.
Right, makes sense. And what about knowledge? I'm assuming it's more than just browsing Zillow.
Oh, yeah. Knowledge is key. You need to understand the market, how to analyze properties, make smart investment decisions.
Otherwise, what?
You could end up with a money pit instead of a cash cow.
Okay, I definitely don't want that. So how do you gain that knowledge?
Greene's all about continuous learning. Reading books, listening to podcasts, joining online forums, attending meetups.
Soaking up information from everywhere.
Exactly. Connecting with other investors, learning from their experiences.
It's like a real estate MBA through real-world experience.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about results? What does he mean by that?
Yeah, fill me in.
Results are all about tracking the performance of your investments, monitoring your rental income, expenses, property values.
So it's not just a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not. You need to be actively involved managing your properties, making sure they're performing well.
Gotcha. So you really got to stay on top of it. Okay, what about time? Where does that fit in?
Time is your friend in real estate. It takes time for properties to appreciate, for rental income to build up. Patience is key.
So you're not going to get rich quick flipping houses.
Not usually. Real estate is more of a long game.
That makes sense. It's about slow and steady growth. And finally, leverage. What's that all about?
Leverage is using debt strategically to amplify your returns.
Okay, that sounds a little complicated.
Think of it this way. A mortgage allows you to control a larger asset with a smaller amount of your own money.
So you're using borrowed money to boost your potential return.
Exactly. But of course, leverage comes with risks, so it's important to use it wisely.
Don't get in over your head.
Right. Okay, so those are the 5 ingredients: capital, knowledge, results, time, leverage. Now let's talk strategy. What are some of Greene's go-to moves in real estate?
Yeah, I'm ready to hear some insider secrets.
He's a big fan of what he calls forcing equity, adding value to a property through improvements.
So, like flipping a house.
It can be, but it doesn't have to be that dramatic. It could be as simple as updating a kitchen or bathroom.
Just making it more appealing to renters or buyers.
Exactly. You're essentially creating value out of thin air.
I like the sound of that. What other strategies does he use?
He also talks about leveraging natural equity, the appreciation that happens naturally over time.
So, just holding on to a property for the long haul?
Exactly. Real estate tends to increase in value over time, so simply holding on to a property can lead to significant gains.
Interesting. And then there's forcing cash flow. What's that all about?
It's about finding ways to increase the income a property generates, raising rents, adding amenities to attract higher-paying tenants, reducing expenses.
So, you're making your properties work harder for you.
Exactly. He also shares his approach to finding undervalued properties in good neighborhoods.
Like those diamond in the rough houses that need a little TLC.
Exactly. By making strategic improvements and renovations,
Yeah.
he's able to significantly increase their market value.
So, it's about seeing the potential that others might miss.
And for those starting out, he suggests focusing on residential properties, either to live in or rent out.
Starting with the basics before diving into anything too complex?
Exactly. It's about building a solid foundation of knowledge and experience.
Okay. This is all starting to make sense. Greene's really got me thinking about real estate in a whole new way.
He's got a knack for making it seem approachable and achievable.
So we've covered the 3 pillars: defense, offense, and investing. And we've delved into some of Greene's real estate wisdom. What are some of your key takeaways so far?
Hmm. I'm really struck by his emphasis on mindset. It's not just about the tactics. It's about developing a healthy relationship with money.
I agree with that. It's about seeing money as a tool to achieve your goals and live a life you love.
And I think his 5 ingredients for real estate success are incredibly helpful. It breaks down this seemingly overwhelming process into manageable steps.
Yeah, it's like a checklist for success. Capital, knowledge, results, time, and leverage.
And I love how he emphasizes continuous learning. The world of real estate is always evolving,
Right. You gotta stay ahead of the game.
so it's essential to stay informed and adapt to the changing market.
I'm feeling inspired to take action. But before we get too carried away, let's take a moment to recap everything we've learned so far.
Yeah, let's bring it all together before we wrap up our deep dive.
All right, so we've really gone deep on Greene's 3 pillars, defense, offense, and investing.
Yeah, and we've even uncovered some of those real estate strategies that he uses.
Yeah. And remember how we talked about mindset and, seeing money as a tool, not like the be-all, end-all?
It's about aligning those financial goals with your values and figuring out what wealth really means to you.
Yeah, for sure. So where do we go from here after this deep dive?
I think the biggest thing is to take action.
Yeah, Greene's book is full of practical advice. It really makes financial freedom feel possible.
Definitely. And one thing that stood out to me is his emphasis on patience and discipline.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about getting rich quick.
It's about making consistent, smart choices over time and letting those compound.
I mean, you saved $100,000 before graduating college. That's wild.
Yeah, it just goes to show you what you can achieve with the right mindset and strategies.
Totally. And I really like his advice about tackling those big expenses first. It's so easy to get bogged down with, the lattes and the little things.
Yeah, but those big decisions about housing and transportation and stuff,
Those are the ones that really make a difference.
it's like take care of the dollars and the cents will take care of themselves or something like that.
Exactly. And when it comes to real estate, I mean, his 5 essential ingredients for success are like gold.
Yeah, capital, knowledge, results, time, and leverage. It's a simple framework, but it covers everything.
And remember, Greene's focus is mainly on real estate, but those principles can be applied to other investments too.
That's a great point. So as you're thinking about your own financial journey, think about what other assets might align with your goals.
Stocks, bonds, maybe even starting a business. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Exactly. The key is to find what works for you and use Greene's framework as a guide.
Educate yourself, explore different options, and don't be afraid to take some calculated risks.
Building wealth is a journey, not a destination. It's all about continuous learning and growth and, adapting as you go.
So keep diving deep, keep exploring, keep pushing towards financial freedom.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Pillars of Wealth.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we hope you learned a lot and got some actionable strategies that you can start using today.
Remember, it's not about luck or being a genius. It's about taking action, educating yourself, and sticking to your goals.
We'll see you next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.